So, I know what you're thinking. Great, another bitch with a microphone. I know, but hear me out. Hear me out. If I'm being honest with you, I could give two fucks about what you think. That's just me though. I'm gonna do what I want to do because this is my life. So, I'm Liel, and this is the It's LeighCoded podcast. So, let me tell y'all what this podcast is gonna be about. Don't come here thinking you're about to be spiritually motivated and I'm finna give you some life lessons. Bitch, this is not that kind of podcast. I'm sorry. I'm definitely a God knows where my heart is at type of bitch. I can't lead a horse to water. I'm sorry. But if you looking for a little kiki, a little messy shit, I am your girl. A lot of other shit, nah. I'ma leave that to the people who got anointed. So basically, we're going to be talking about interesting topics throughout the week, some things that I want to discuss, and we're going to have our favorite movie or TV show that we're going to debrief at the end of the episode. So, this is really some messy shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We being messy, and I can't stand when the motherfuckers say, "Oh, I don't see how y'all can be messy. I just can't sit up and be messy." Let me show you. Siri, call my cousin. So this episode is not going to be too long, but we is going to talk about a little something. Now, the stuff that didn't happen this past week, I think y'all already know what I'm talking about. The Queen, Cardi, JT, Santana, and your man. Yeah, Santana really said, "Bitch, that's your album release party." You ate that one of the things, Santana. I gotta give you that. I gotta give you your ones for that one. But so I'm not really going to discuss what happened because we know what happened. I don't have to say it. We know what happened. Now, who started it this time? Nikki. The queen, this was on you, Nikki. I don't know why. Yeah. And before I even get started, I love all of them except JT. I don't love JT. She cool, but I don't love her. But Nikki and Cardi, I love both of them. But Nikki, why are you threatened by Cardi? I don't understand that. And I also want to say, Cardi and Nikki, y'all are too rich for that shit. Y'all should really be somewhere with y'all feet up. Why are y'all arguing on the internet like y'all are some bitches in Pritchard? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. So, Nikki started it by tweeting this first tweet. She said, ABCDEFG, surgeries who look like me. Tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, fraud, Rico fraud and perjury. And then Cardi proceeds with tweets calling her cocaine Barbie, telling her to lick her feet, saying that she was in her kitchen baking ribs, and then this bitch just started. And I just want to say, Nikki, it's obviously that Cardi has you bothered. There's no if, ups, and I just want to say, Nikki, Cardi has you bothered, and it's okay. Sometimes a bitch get a little rise out of it. Sometimes, but you're not supposed to let her know that. You're the queen. Act like a fucking queen. You're acting like a cocaine Barbie. And I love you, Nikki. I went to your concert. I spent money on those tickets. I love you, but sister, you too rich for that. You literally, and this is kind of like a little, I ain't gonna say it's a flex, but it's like, I'm pretty sure Cardi was listening to Nicki Minaj in high school. And now, like, the same bitch you was listening to is the same bitch that you have bothered. That's kind of crazy to me. And Cardi was right when she was saying, I'm not your peers. You need to be comparing yourself to the Drakes and the Beyoncés and the Rihannas. Those are the people you came out with. Why are you comparing yourself to Cardi B? Cardi B and you're Nicki Minaj. Nobody can fuck with you, Nicki. But you so accessible to everybody. It's like, bitch, in my opinion, I feel like it's bringing, I don't know the word for it, but it's like your name watered down now. Like, you really supposed to be Nicki Minaj, but it's literally watered the fuck down. Like, I ain't gonna say you ruining your legacy, but Y'all know what they say about Whitney. Even though I love Whitney, but y'all know what they say. She's known for her music, but she's more known for hitting that line. But hey, that's neither here nor there. So those are just my little two thinks on it. I don't agree with the kids. Why not, Nikki? Why is you calling Culture ugly? That girl is beautiful as hell. That was kind of crazy. And that Cardi. Why is you pulling out Nikki's medical records saying she had to go to a fertility clinic? Cardi. But Cardi said she takes it to hell. Both of y'all was wrong as hell for that. Leave them kids up out of it. Now I feel like if y'all don't fight when y'all see each other, both of y'all need y'all ass whooped. We moving on. JC, sister, you gotta get off Nikki dick. You have to. It's not safe there anymore. Yeah, Nikki, a fan tweeted and said, Nikki, post you and JT together so they can stop saying that you don't fuck with her. Nikki said, I ain't posting shit. JT, you gotta go. You got to go. And it's like, Cardi was right. You did all of that for the feature you didn't get. And when you did get a feature, it was like 5 other bitches on the song. I don't get that. I don't get that. But so as I'm hearing, JT and Santana was supposedly arguing the whole day. But JT took it to the net. And y'all know JT is notorious for taking some shit to the net. But in the same breath, Santana did play Magnet 50 billion thousand times. It's like, goddamn now, you know this shit is about me. Why do you keep posting it? But JT and Santana was never really friends. Santana is Carisha's friend. JT was Carisha's friend. They was never really friends. And that's the worst type of friendship to have. A friendship built on frenemies. They was really frenemies. And now, but I ain't even gonna lie. The type of arguing they was doing, I really feel like they'll get back cool on some shit. Like, I don't think the argument, like, I feel like they were just talking shit about each other. I definitely see them getting back cool or getting back to how they used to be, but JT is just, I don't know. I don't know what Nikki did to her. But I just want to say, bitch, at your album release party, rah! I'm sorry. So, now in another breath, this is kind of tied to Carisha. It's kind of not. But y'all know Carisha wrote that letter for Diddy. And I feel like maybe she shouldn't have did that. And I only say that because I'm thinking of like your brand. Who would want to attach themselves to somebody that supports what he does? Maybe you could have kept your thoughts to yourself. That's just me though. Maybe she don't give a fuck what I think, and I'm pretty sure that's the case. But anywho, Sin. Now, even though he was sentenced to 4 years in prison, I want to say the alternative was 20 years, but the judge was like, nah, that's ODM. You don't need 20 years. But in the same breath, he said, your ass needs something, because I think that if you was to get out today, you would do this shit again. And you know, Diddy, he tried to blame it on like the drugs, the alcohol. And I am not saying that drugs is not a reason that drugs is not the reason sometimes people do crazy shit. But the judge was like, nah, that wasn't it in your case. You just literally abused your power. Like, you thought you was that nigga and that you can get away with anything. We all seen the clip. You really caused bodily harm to Cassie. Why? Them wasn't drugs. You beat her ass like she was a nigga on the streets. I don't know if that's drugs. I feel like you really just thought you was that one, that you can get away with anything. And then like in the same breath, yeah, Carisha, I definitely understand that wasn't your experience. But you cannot just ignore the fact that it happened. It happened. It wasn't your experience, but he did that. That's the kind of person he is. So he's sentenced to his 4 years, and word on the street is Diddy. I'm guessing Diddy was really confident that he thought he was getting out of jail because he had stuff planned for the next week. Why would you have stuff planned for the next week and you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen at this trial? You was that confident. Lock his ass up. Anywho, so that's basically all the tea, the good tea that happened this week. So we're gonna move on. Now, this is something I have been wanting to talk about because y'all know when we say it could never be me, and people always say never. I'm gonna be the one to tell you, bitch, sometimes it could never be fucking me. I get I ain't supposed to say never, but some of the shit y'all be doing, I know for a shit show I would never put myself in that situation. Never. Never in a million years would that shit be me. So let me tell y'all this little story. Girl, don't be mad I'm telling y'all business, but I ain't gonna know it's you. So I had somebody, I'm not gonna say confide in me, but we were talking. And she told me that her man wanted a threesome. And she was on the fence about it because she don't really talk to girls, so she really didn't know what to do. But she was thinking about it. But she said no in the end. And he basically said, you can take that no and shove it up your ass. So she's like, oh, okay. So she didn't know what to think. So she just went in the next room. Next thing you know, she tells me she's hearing. I'm like, what was that? What was he in there doing? Was he just getting his stuff off? No. He said he's going to have that threesome one way or another, bitch, you there or not. He was in the next room with the girl. I said at that point, it wasn't a threesome. He was just getting his business on. That could never be me. It could never be me. I don't give a fuck in a million years. Nigga, if I say no, the answer is no. How dare you take it? Be the audacity for me. If niggas don't have nothing else, they have the audacity. How dare you take your stupid ass in the next room and fuck this bitch while I'm in this room sleeping? You couldn't even take this bitch to a motel. You had to do it in the next room. No. Even though he was wrong, that's what she allowed. She allowed that to happen. And now it's like you give a nigga an inch, he's gonna take a mile every time. That's never not gonna happen. If he's bold enough to fuck a bitch right next door to you, imagine what the fuck he's gonna do when you're gone. That could never be me. I would never put myself in that situation. I love you though, girl. I love you. And I hope you're doing better. But that just wasn't a wise decision. And I don't like when y'all say, oh, it be the dick, it be that. No, it don't. Because half of the times, niggas can't even make you come. It's not the dick. Y'all just be a little dumb in the head. But that's okay. I had to whisper it so it wouldn't come out as harsh. But that's the truth. I promise it's not the little peen. You just dumb as fuck. But it's okay because we all been dumb before. We done all been in that situation. We done all had that. Well, I haven't had that happen to me. But we have probably all been in a similar situation where we would just head over heels for a nigga and we'll just allow anything. But some shit you just don't allow. But some shit you just can't allow to happen. If you, like, when people be cheating and they get somebody pregnant, you can never come back from that. Not only did you fuck off, you want to use protection. You can never come back from that. Bitch, you're done. No. Shout out to Rashida, though. I fuck with you. You just a dumbass, too. But listen, now. I'm not in the business of judging bitches because I love all of y'all. Like I said, we've all done some dumb shit. But sometimes, y'all, we really have to put our thinking caps on. Some shit we just should not allow as a woman. We shouldn't allow it. I'm telling you, these men wouldn't be shit without us. So we really have to just start standing on our shit. If a nigga know he got you, he's never going to respect you. And that's just how it is. That's just how niggas are. Bitch, you with it or you not. So, that's all we're going to be talking about for today. Now, y'all got some homework. next week, we are going to be reviewing Reasonable Doubt. If you have not seen Reasonable Doubt, it is on Hulu. We're on the third season. So right now they're spoon feeding us the episodes week by week. Right now it's on week 3, but we're gonna start from season 3, episode 1 next week. So yes, I'm giving you a week to watch 2 seasons. I think it's only 8 episodes each season. You can do that. You don't be doing shit at work. You looking at me right now. Go on Hulu, turn on Reasonable Doubt because by next week we are going to be reviewing episode 1. So that is it for this episode, y'all. I am going to see y'all next week on next Tuesday. Remember to like and share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all next week. So.